and the worst Conquest character of all time. Yeah, that's it. Anyways, what's up, folks? I'm back at it again, and yes, today's going to be a little different kind of a video. I'm going to be doing another ranking video. I just figured, it's 2025 now. The game is going to be out for, next month is the 10th year anniversary. Congratulations, CG. Congratulations, Swogo. And today's going to be a Conquest related video. Yeah, I previously stated in some of my videos on the channel where I'm not really into Conquest. I haven't really been farming Conquest characters or, even completing Conquest, Sector 5 and stuff. Not to say that I've never completed a Conquest before on Sector 5 on hard. Of course I have in the past. But, yeah, we're going to be doing top 5 worst Conquest characters in 2025 to farm or to really go for. There are good Conquest characters, there are bad ones, like really bad ones, and I'm gonna put the really bad ones in this video today. But yeah, if you like the video, stick around and I'll definitely see y'all in the next one. But other than that, let's get into it.
Sir.
Alright, folks, so we're booted into the game as usual. Yeah, so we're avoiding Conquest ships. We're talking about Conquest characters. Yeah, so I think these are all the Conquest characters that are currently in the game. Besides the ships. If I'm missing other Conquest characters, just let me know in the comments below. But yeah, don't worry about this. This is just all the Conquest characters that I could find in the game. It's not like a whole list or anything, but I don't have Maz Kanata and I don't have SM33 unlocked, so these two are kind of out of the video. Like, if I did have them, then I would maybe include them, but then again, I don't have these two unlocked, especially SM33, and I know Maz Kanata will be unlocked for those that are farming Conquest after this Conquest, because it'll be its third rotation until the next Conquest unit comes out. So just for this video, I'm sorry, exclude SM33 and exclude Maz Kanata, but we'll do everyone else here. So we're going to be doing the top 5 worst, from worst to absolute worst, in this video. So without further ado, let's start with the number 5 worst Conquest character, in my opinion, and that will have to be Jocasta. Jocasta, honestly, she's not even a bad character, but like, honestly, like, the real uses for her is like the raid. If she wasn't really useful on the raid like that to get a good score, honestly, I would place her even higher in this tier list. She's not a bad character, she has some nice cool moves and stuff like that. But yeah, what's really saving her is she's usable in the raid, and you can get good scores with her. Like, I have her at Relic 7, I know I could get her to Relic 8 or Relic 9 for even higher scores in the raid, but she has Grand Arena Omnicrons. You don't need all of them. I think you only need 1 or maybe 2 of them at best, but you don't need all of them, especially the basic here. You don't need that over here. I have her modded well with potency and health. I have good speed on her, good protection and stuff like that. But yeah, like I said, she's really good for the raid. She's Grand Arena, like, I don't know, like, it's, I put her on defense. I have gotten some holds, but like, if you're going up against someone that knows what they're doing, they could just easily put Sith Eternal against this. Like, Sith Eternal really just craps on Jedis. You could just have Sith Eternal with C Watt and like completely decimate Jacostanu Jedi Vanguard teams, because that's what Sith Eternal's real purpose is for. He's really good against any Jedi characters, except for probably JMK. Only if Cat is there, because if JMK Cat is there, it can, like, JMK Cat can really kill Sith Eternal with ease. But other than that, like, we're talking about Jacostanu here. Grand Arena, she's like a C or B tier character. I really don't notice a bunch of elevation with Jacostanu. And she also has a requirement too. You need to have all Jedi Vanguard characters for her to work and actually pull out her rifle. Because if the whole team is not Jedi Vanguard, she's just going to stand there looking stupid with her lightsaber. And you want her to be fast, and you want her to be surrounded with all Jedi Vanguard characters so she can actually unlock her special with the rifle and start actually doing a lot of damage. But that's the thing, she requires, in order for her to be really successful, she requires a full team of Jedi Vanguards. You can't just throw in, like, you can't just have JMK and then have Jacostanu on the team. Even though they're both Galactic Republic, even though they're both Jedi, you need Jedi Vanguard here, because it says right here it does not exist. Her rifle ability can only be useful if all allies are Jedi Vanguard. So, like, it says it right there. But yeah, besides her being extremely helpful in the raid, and she's okayish in Grand Arena. She's a Grand Arena character too, but yeah, that's what's really saving her from being like number 2 or number 3 worst Conquest units. But other than that, let's continue. So number 4 would have to probably be Taron Malicos. This dude is absolutely deadly in Grand Arena. He's one of the most ridiculous attackers that I've ever seen in this game, especially if you have really good offense and offensive mods and like crit damage triangle on the primary. Just a lot of offense stacking up on him. His Omnicrons in Grand Arena are amazing. Like I said, he's a massive powerhouse, but what's really limiting this dude is the fact that he's only usable and he only does his like true power in Grand Arena. Like anywhere else besides Grand Arena, it's like he's not really hitting that hard. He's not really doing as much potential as he could be doing in Grand Arena. In TW or in territory battles or anything, I don't use him. I don't use him at all in territory battles because he's just trash. In other game modes, he's not like, you know, and he's one of those characters that are just one mode focused. Like you have characters in this game that are TW focused or TB focused, Grand Arena focused, Conquest focused. This guy is all about Grand Arena. So if you don't have him, or you're planning on getting him, or you're about to unlock this guy soon, just keep in mind that yes, even though he's an unaligned force user, he can't really do anything else great. Only in Grand Arena. That's it. That's the thing too, because his Omnicrons really lift him a lot with mastery and offensive stacking. He has anti-revive mechanics, the rock throwing and stuff like that, healing immunity, buff immunity, all these things. And just like how I was explaining with Jikasanu, in order for her to really work, you need a full team of Jedi Vanguard. That's the same thing with Terran Malicos too. That's limiting him too. You can't just like throw him in a Star Killer team. Like that's the thing too. A Star Killer, you have to have a specific requirements to meet the Star Killer team. Same thing with Terran Malicos. Even though Terran Malicos and Star Killer are both UFUs, you can do it in 3v3 Grand Arena. That does work. You can have like a Seer, Malicos, and Star Killer on a 3v3. That definitely does work. But 5v5, you can't do that because you're either going to be limiting the Star Killer team or you're going to be limiting the Terran Malicos team. Like, which one is it going to be? You can't have both of them, because with Star Killer, you need to have a light side UFU, a Jedi, Sith, and a dark side UFU. With Terran Malicos, it has to be all L9 Force users for him to really be doing, all that damage and stuff like that. But yeah, that's why and he's not really usable anywhere besides Grand Arena, like I said too. You can't use him in the raid. He's trash and TW, territory battles. I've never used Malicos in territory battles, and I have in a Relic 9 too. But I've never used him in TB because he's just... Nope. But yeah, he's number 4 for me. Number 3, the third worst would probably have to be DTMG, Dark Trooper Moff Gideon. Not usable in the raid. I don't know how good he is in TW. I know he's a TW character. He's okay in Grand Arena if you have like if you have the right Imperial Remnant team, he's okay. Right? Like if you have the Peridia pals with him, like Dark Trooper Moff Gideon, you could have Scout Trooper and then a Captain Enoch. And then maybe like Night Trooper or Death Trooper Peridia, because I've done it myself, and I've seen other people that have DTMG. They like to put the Peridia pals with him on defense, which is okay. It's not bad. He's like a B tier team without Peridia pals, but if you do have the Peridia pals, he transforms into like a B plus kind of A tier team. Does the Peridia pals does help lift DTMG a little bit, but the reason why I put him in the third place is because he's not usable in the raid. He's same thing yet again. Imperial Remnants, is just specific to one faction. He's not really good offensively at all. If you throw him on offense, like in Grand Arena too, like you can't really kill a lot of stuff with him. He's more of a defensive character, defensive team. His damage output is trash. His Omnicrons are TW focused, so especially if you're not really into TW or anything like that, you're not going to really find a use for him at all. He has no ship, no pilot for anything. Yeah, this guy's just really mid. Like, honestly, I suggest if you get him, just put him on defense. If you need an extra defensive team or two, just put him on defense in Grand Arena. He's not going to really get a lot of holds either too, even though he's more of a defensive character. He's just, I don't know, like he's a Conquest character, and he gets beaten by Admiral Raddus, by the Adrad Rogue One team with Jyn Erso and stuff like that. Adrad can beat any any variant, any form, any version of DTMG. Like, you could have the best DTMG team on defense, and you just throw Adrad in there, and he'll still destroy DTMG. And this guy's a Conquest character too, and he gets beaten by Adrad so easily like that. But yeah, that's why I honestly would put him number 3 as the 3rd worst Conquest character in the entire game. Those are my reasons. But yeah, number 2, Admiral Trench. Yeah, this, I don't. Another TW character. Honestly, I think Admiral Trench is better than DTMG in Grand Arena. I've gotten a little bit more holds with the Trench Separatist team than DTMG. But honestly, like, the reason why I put him number 2 is because he does. He's, oh my god, I don't know how to say this, but let me see. There's just something about this man's kit, and there's something about the way he works in the Separatist team that I feel like Grievous does better, in my opinion. If you want to have a better Separatist team, honestly, I would invest in Grievous with Stap. Like, it's this team, like, I don't know, like, there's not really much you can do with this character. Like, besides, like, yeah, I think he's a little bit better than DTMG in Grand Arena. Like, I don't know, like, I'm not using this guy anywhere, too. Like, I think Admiral Trench is better on defense, actually. I think he's better on defense than offense. Especially if there's good Separatist Datacrons. If you have, but that's only, you know, Datacrons is another different story. But I'm talking about just him and the base team in general. Like, if you have him, Count Dooku, Jango Fett, Wat Tambor, and New Gunray, you know, that's like considerably the best Admiral Trench team that you could have. I have health and defensive mods on him. I have him at 300 plus speed. But yeah, he's a TW character. If you're not really focused on TW, you're not gonna really have fun or utilize this character anyways. He's not required for anything. He's not required for a GL. Doesn't have his own ship or anything like that. Yeah, like, I just don't have real uses for this guy. Like, that's what I'm saying too. Like, man, like, this dude is so, like, underwhelming in so many ways with Admiral Trench, to be honest, man. Like, there's a lot more I can dig into with this guy, but it's too much at this point. Yeah, he's definitely probably the 2nd worst Conquest character, in my opinion, and the worst Conquest character of all time. Yeah, that's it. Anyways. Alright, folks, that's really it for this video. Yeah. Don't know what else really to say on these Conquest characters. I mean, besides Costanu actually being useful. only because of the raid. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, please don't forget to leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe. And as always, I'm Insidious. Thanks for watching, and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace. Later.